Hi, I'm Katie. I hope you've been using the ideas we've given you to transform your classroom into the no-shh zone. Are you finding that the children are responsive? Are you creating opportunity to use those Tier 2 vocabulary words? Are you beginning to see how powerful language is in changing your classroom and your children? Children learn best when they are captivated and engaged in activities that are meaningful to them. I know you spend lots of time thinking about those activities, thinking about those centers and books that you will read with them. But it's the meaningful conversations that you will have around those activities that will really build language. Here are some points to consider when you're planning to have a meaningful conversation with a child. First, meaningful conversations are driven by the child's interest. Learning happens when we are fully engaged in something that interests us. That learning potential is even greater for a child. Children bring their own ideas and interests to the classroom every day. Try to find out what those are and talk about them with your children.
I've been watching you, and I've noticed that you've been rolling the Play-Doh, Paris, and you've been sticking it in there and changing the Play-Doh. It's going from a large piece of Play-Doh to a smaller piece.
Second, a meaningful conversation is not one-sided. You aren't doing all the talking. There should be back and forth exchanges between the child and you. Both of you have an equal share in the conversation.
Waterproof paper, scuba tanks.
And waterproof pencils.
Waterproof pencils.
And waterproof rubber for the eraser.
Waterproof rubber for the eraser. Okay.
And waterproof metal for the metal to connect the eraser.
So the entire thing. So waterproof pencil, waterproof metal, waterproof rubber.
Next, meaningful conversations should happen throughout the day. That means any time is a good time to engage a child in a meaningful conversation. You might remember this from our previous course about the no-shh zone.
We know the sequence, right? So we wet our hands first, then we put on our soap, then we rub them together. And then we add more water to rinse off, right? So rub, rub, rub together. Rub those germs away.
Finally, meaningful conversations build children's language, strengthen their comprehension, and develop their critical thinking. 3 skills they will need later in school when they are reading on their own and learning about the world. Because meaningful conversations are so important, we've developed a strategy that will help you maximize the power of a meaningful conversation. It's called TALK. Tune in, ask questions, lift language, and keep it going. When we tune in to what children have to say or are doing, we show them that we know what's important to them. They see that we want to hear their voices and be a part of their world.
Nathan, I know that were you in the Block Center for a little while today during center time? Where were you before the Block Center? So I remember you weren't there the whole time. What other center did you go to? What center is that? What are you pointing to?
I don't know.
The book center?
This center. I went to that right beside that.
When the time is right, we ask an open-ended question that makes them connect information and think critically. Open-ended questions allow children lots of room to talk. They aren't confined to yes or no or other one-word responses. Remember, they have big ideas and important interests. We need to ask open-ended questions that pull out what matters most to them.
What did you do?
Build towers and build a sidewalk.
You built a sidewalk? What did you use to build a sidewalk? Both of you were there? Oh, so you built, some were going this way and some were going this way? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Cool.
In our conversation, we lift the language. That is, we model or push in the sophisticated vocabulary and complex sentences that we've talked about in our earlier courses. You see, while the amount of talking is important, the quality of the conversation matters most. Quality depends on the kind of language we're using. If children hear you consistently using sophisticated vocabulary and complex sentences, they will begin to use sophisticated vocabulary and complex sentences.
What was the sidewalk for?
It was for a volcano. It was for a house.
Was it leading up to the house, or was it just around the house?
Leading to the house, and when you go to the backyard, then it's around the house.
Oh, so it leads up to the house and then it also goes around the house? Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a multi-purpose sidewalk that you built. I mean, you use it for a lot of different things.
Then we keep the conversation going, knowing that every interaction is an opportunity to build oral language, comprehension, and critical thinking. Some literacy experts suggest at least 5 conversational exchanges, but don't stop with 5. Keep that conversation going.
Is it, because I know that you were building something for the hot lava before. Was there hot lava around the house too, or? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Mm-hmm. So it could.
But if it was like the circle part inside of it, you could just put I put a practice thing.
A practice thing?
A thing that doesn't fall out from lava, a volcano, like walks from a volcano. That would I put in the middle, and when you walk on it, it doesn't hurt you.
Oh, so that helps you protect. It protects you from the hot lava.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. So they're like stepping stones, help you get to the house, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And it was getting upper and upper and up.
Upper and upper?
Mm-hmm.
You mean like higher and higher?
Mm-hmm, higher and higher.
Oh, okay.
I hope you're eager to take the next course and learn more about the talk strategy. Our coach, Diane, will show you how to use each of these components, and you'll see more examples of teachers engaging in meaningful conversations with children. Meaningful conversations have a powerful impact on children's literacy. When children are captivated by meaningful conversations, the potential for learning is tremendous.